librarians, we are going to have a great time today. We are going to learn all about writing style. And to make things even more exciting, I have some friends stopping by to test you on what you've learned. But don't worry, I will cover everything you need to learn to do well on the test and to help you create supermodel sentences. So let's do this. Before we get down to writing stylish sentences, let's review what we know about designing a paper. Of course, anytime you write, you should establish a clear purpose for writing. Whether you are writing a persuasive speech to convince citizens to save the rainforests or critiquing a movie for an article in the newspaper, your sentences should illustrate your purpose. The following sentence includes a compelling reason for saving the rainforests. The rainforests provide a unique environment for thousands of species which are not found in other areas. But it lacks the emphasis it needs to influence the listener. What about the impending doom these creatures will face if their habitat is destroyed? Here's a more persuasive approach. Without the rainforests, thousands of species will die, disappearing from Earth forever. Are you convinced? The second example definitely expresses a sense of urgency. The first sentence offers a more impartial or factual statement. The more objective style would serve a simple presentation of facts, but it doesn't grab the listener's attention like the second sentence does. So decide on your purpose before you start drafting those stylish sentences. Of course, you should also have a fairly good idea of the contents and organization. Some writers organize their research by using an outline. In the same way an outline lists subtopics, your paper should present the subtopics in sections called paragraphs. Paragraphs are your paper's subtopics. Each new paragraph signifies the end of one subtopic and the beginning of the next. The paragraph structure in your paper should reflect the structure of your outline. The opening paragraph introduces the main topic. The key element of the opening paragraph is the thesis sentence. It states the purpose, defines the boundaries, and indicates the organization of the paper. That's a lot of responsibility for one sentence. All the more reason you should spend a significant amount of time shaping your thesis sentence. The following paragraphs make up the body of the paper, each presenting a subtopic that supports the thesis sentence. Sentences, including detail, build up the subtopic sentence in each paragraph. To create a smooth shift from paragraph to paragraph, you may want to tie the topic of the next paragraph in with the conclusion or last sentence of the previous paragraph. This technique provides a smooth transition from topic to topic. Words and phrases like in contrast, therefore, and furthermore are transitional words. Finally, the closing paragraph summarizes the main points and wraps them up in a statement of conclusion. So you see, sentences play many different roles. With the various duties of sentences in mind, let's discuss some suggestions for creating effective sentences. Effective sentences are clear and concise. They convey the exact message with no extra baggage or vague meanings. To create effective sentences, you must choose your words carefully. Particular areas of study employ their own vernacular or a set of words that are specific to a subject. As we research the rainforest, we will learn words like ecosystem, foliage, deforestation, climate, and species. Not only should we thoroughly understand this language, but we should use it when writing about our topic. You will find writing effective sentences easier if you start with precise, concrete words. Compare these examples. Some trees are called deciduous because they only have leaves part of the year. Deciduous trees shed their foliage annually. What do you think? Right, the second one sounds better. If you count the words, you'll find the first sentence has 8 more words than the second, and yet it isn't as interesting. More words don't make better sentences. In fact, concise sentences are more effective. Concise means brief and to the point. Choosing the right words allows you to create concise sentences. Nouns and adjectives aren't the only words you should select carefully. Verbs are important because they describe the action, or they should whenever possible. Let's look again at the previous sentences. Let's start with the first one. Notice the verbs are called qualifies as a linking verb and a passive voice verb. Linking verbs merely rename the subject with the subject complement that follows. Trees are deciduous. Sometimes linking verbs are necessary to describe our subject, but we should build the majority of our sentences around active verbs using active voice. Let me explain. As I mentioned, are called is in passive voice. Who is calling the trees deciduous? Well, people, scientists, even students. But these people aren't mentioned in the sentence. It's important to place the individual or group that performs the action in the subject position. Our second example does just that. Trees shed their foliage. The verb shed creates a visual picture of leaves falling from nearly bare limbs. This sentence is definitely more interesting. Passive voice sentences are distractive and wordy, so make sure to use all of those carefully chosen verbs in the active voice. Remember, place the party carrying out the action in the subject position to create active voice sentences. Well, so far we've covered purpose, paper and paragraph structure, concrete and descriptive word choice, concise construction, and active voice. Wow! You will be styling supermodel sentences like pros. Now it's time for a visit from my friends. They're going to give you some quiz questions, so get your pencils and paper ready. Good luck. Take it away, fellas.
Get ready, it's quiz time.
We are looking for the next question, and it startles easily. I think there might be one right under that tree. Let's go see. Be very quiet.
What function do paragraphs serve? A. Divide paper into subtopics. B. Measure the length of the paper. Or C. Provide stopping places for readers to take breaks.
Wow, I can't believe we found that. Did you figure out the answer? Write it down. Happy hunting.
I use a magnifying glass quite a bit in my line of work. It really helps you see things you wouldn't otherwise see. Why don't you take a look at this?
This sentence establishes the purpose and organization of the paper. A. Subtopic sentence. B. Thesis sentence. Or C. Detail sentence.
Well, were you able to see the answers clearly? Write it down and let's see what else we can discover.
All right, good job, good job. Now hustle up. Let's see if we can slide safely to the next question. True or false? Concrete words provide more definite description. Safe! All right! Hey, write down your answer and let's get ready to go home.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Wendy River, and I noticed you cowpokes have been roping in these answers pretty good so far. But watch out, because this next question is tougher than one of my rope tricks. Let's go. What does the word concise mean? A, long and wordy. B, vague and general. Or C, brief and to the point. There you have it. Do you have the answer? Yahoo! Well, write it down because it's time for me to hit the trail.
DJ Ricky Webb coming to you from your favorite radio station, KVQZ. Do I have some great hits to play for you? Check this one out. Choose the most specific concrete word. A, sometimes. B, occasionally. Or C, annually. So which one is it? Write down your answer while I introduce this next hit.
I love the chance to get out of my tiny lamp. While I'm out, why not answer this question? Choose the active voice sentence. A. Lumberjacks cut down trees. B. Wood is cut by saws. Or C. Paper is made from trees. You did great! Well, time for me to get back into my lamp. See you soon.
Hello. I am Quizzitor. I hope you are doing well so far. Let's download the next question. True or false? Effective sentences have more words than ineffective sentences. Write down your answer. This is Quizzitor. That is all.
Woo! This is a pretty impressive rock face. Let's see if you're impressed with this next question.
The word vernacular means A. A kind of binocular, B. An animal found in the forest, or C. Language specific to a field.
I bet you're all going to impress me with the correct answer. Write it down and let me know.
You made it, but remember, a perfect score would get you a grand feast in my galley. Which part of the sentence performs the action in active voice? A, direct object, B, verb, or C, subject? Welcome back, mateys. The ship is about to sail. If the answer is written down, you won't have to walk the plank. Ha ha ha!
While running through a few plays, I thought of this. What ties two topics together at the end of a paragraph? A, topic sentence, B, transition, or C, detail sentence? Well, how did you do? Another answer well executed, I bet. Make a note of your answer. It's time to play.
I bet you did great on the questions. It is time to move on to some tips for writing effective sentences. Earlier, we talked